Hello everybody. In this video, me and my girlfriend are going to show you guys how you can train your legs with no space, no equipment and whatsoever. So there's no corona excuse for anybody out there.
We suggest you to do this exercise 5 sets, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, about 2-3 sets, depends on how you feel, and 2-3 minutes rest in between sets.
Alright, so let's get started. The first exercise is also the most basic exercise. Most of you probably heard of it before. It's called squats. As you can see, we don't have any weights here. So we can do a lot more repetitions than we would do in a classic gym. Make sure that you keep your feet pointing forward. This goes for every single exercise that we're going to go through. And don't let the upper body go up and down. Make sure that the shoulders stay in the same position and they're not popping up when you go up. So here's the next one. Body weight transfer. Smoothly and slowly go from side to side. Make sure that hips are parallel to the ground as well as your shoulders. And once you get entirely over to one side, you should be able to lift up the opposite leg. You don't necessarily have to do it, but it's just a good way to check that you got the entire body weight moved all the way out to the side. Again, make sure the feet are pointing forward, and so is the upper body. The skating steps. Here we put a little more movement into it. There's different levels of doing this. Some do it more dynamically, and some do it more statically. But the most important thing is that you lean with the hip. So as soon as you create sideways movement, it's the hip pulling you in that direction, the body weight, and not the foot trying to reach out. Here's another classic, the one leg squat. Don't let those knees get loose and wobbly. Make sure to keep them aligned. Should be possible to draw a straight line from shoulder to knee to toe at all time. Same way as with the normal squats. There's no reason for the upper body to go up and down. This is just going to make you lose some of that power momentum that you create at the bottom. A good way to check that you're getting low enough is that you should almost be able to feel the knee of the hanging leg touch the angle of the opposite leg as you go down. A common mistake when doing this exercise is that the rear leg, called the recovery, the one that's just hanging, that's pointing to the side. It should be in the way you're facing. So like, don't try and hide that rear leg behind the other leg or point it away from the body. So this exercise, you got to make sure you do them both legs, of course. It's an easy way to cheat by taking a little break at the top of it, because then you get to straighten the leg completely. Way to avoid this easily is to never allow yourself to actually stand up entirely. So always keep the knee just a tiny bit bended. As you see, there you can decide to do this using the arms or having the arms in the back. The most important thing here is whether you do one or the other, that you have them in control, so they're not just hanging around. They'll either be placed on the back or in a movement that is coordinated with the movement of your legs. You can always double check that you have the upper body in the right position. If you look ahead through your eyebrows, it should be possible to look forward. It's always a good idea to do this in front of your mirror, in a mirror. If you have the opportunity to do that, then you can check your technique and make sure you do everything correctly. So here's the push and squat. This is actually a combination of two of the previous exercises. So you do the skating imitation push to the side, and then you do a single leg squat upwards. Try and see if you can keep that energy that you get from going down from the tall position into the push to the side. And make sure that you actually get down before you start to fall to the side. And here is the final exercise, baby steps. Super smooth, slow steps, very controlled. And make sure that you really engage your hips and your glutes in this one. You don't want to go too far from side to side, and you don't want to move the knees around too much.
Thanks a lot for watching. Have fun doing those exercises and stay fit even if you stay at home.
And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel because there will be much more.